Hello everyone, this is James Shore with another test-driven JavaScript video. I'm recording this on April 22nd, 2013, and this is a special episode because this is our 100th episode. And I don't have anything particularly amazing planned for this episode, but I just want to say thank you to everybody for sticking with me and for supporting the show through so many episodes. We've been recording now since July 2012, so it's been nearly a year, and really accomplished a lot of great stuff, and in terms of really fleshing out what's needed to do test-driven development. So thank you all for coming along on this ride with me, and with that, I'm going to pick up where we were left off in our last episode. In this chapter, we're working on getting smoke tests end-to-end in our application. We've got it set up so that Phantom.js will run our tests in browser, so we can actually draw on the page and have that happen in a real browser to make sure that everything's connected from our HTML to our server and everything else. What we don't have yet is the ability to detect that mouse drawing has worked. So in the last couple of episodes, we've been factoring out this new SVG Canvas class, and I'm really happy with how it's come along. All that we have left to do on that is just fix up some of our encapsulation breaking that is left over from previous episodes. So for example, right now when we create our Raphael object, we ask our HTML element for the underlying DOM element in a very bad way. So I'd like to fix that real quick. So I'm going to go ahead and do that. And I think the way to do it is to just return it. I think I will... Let's see. Say it handles mouse events, appends elements, removes elements. Let's say that it converts to DOM element when necessary. So what we want to say here is that our HTML element to DOM element, and then we'll expect our DOM element dot, tag name to equal div. I think that's enough proof that we've got an actual div there. Now this should fail because we don't have a to-DOM element. Yep. So making it pass should be pretty straightforward. And it pretty much worked except for the casing issue. That's easily enough fixed. Okay, there we go. All right, now that we've got that, inside of our SVG canvas, we can say HTML element dot to DOM element. And there we go. And I don't think we're using that anywhere else, but let's just take a quick look. Client test. No. Client. No. Great. All right, so let me check that in. Now, the next bit of encapsulation breaking we had was dealing with the need to append to document body. I would kind of like the constructor for HTML element to not take a jQuery element, or for that to be less common. But that is stymied by the fact that we're constantly needing to add stuff to the document body. So what I'm thinking is that what I'd like to do is have an append to body function on HTML element. Let me show you what I'm talking about here. So it appends elements. That's something we need. Removes elements. That's something we need. And I think it should also append to body. So beforehand, we're going to have a certain number of elements. Let's say, so our body is going to be that. And let's just see how many children we have to start with. Okay, why did that fail? Oh, it needs to be at body dot element dot children. Okay, so it's got 13 children, and so what we want to do is say children before append, and then we want to assert that that's one larger. So we're going to say HTML element, or rather we'll say div.append to body, and then expect, and then we'll have children after append, and we'll expect our children after append to equal children before append plus 1. Now this will fail because we don't have a append to body yet. It'll also fail because I gave it the wrong variable name. Okay, so there's no method append to body. That's easily fixed. Now this should fail. It should say was 13, expected 13 to equal 14. Yeah, so that's correct. I think, though, actually this needs to be here. We need to say children before append just to follow the pattern of our expected value and then our actual value. So that's going to fail. Yep, expected 14 to equal 13. And then it's a fairly simple matter to say, well, let's see. Document body append this dot element. There we go. And I think I'd actually like to rename this just to avoid confusing, because append says append an element. This is about appending this itself to the body. So we'll say append self to body. And there we go. That should work. Now that we have got that inside of client test, we can say, we can get rid of this, and rather we can just say drawing area dot append self to body. Nice and clean. Except for the not working part. Expected that to work. There must be something else using document body. Let's try doing it this way. Drawing area dot append self to body. There we go. Yeah, so something else is using document body. Oh. Yeah, well, I think that's appropriate. So I'll keep this and that, though. And also in SVG Canvas, we're doing something really similar. Here, we don't need document body. For this, we can just say div.append self to body. And this is the kind of thing that having your own abstraction gives you. It allows you to do this stuff that's not really, you wouldn't want this to necessarily be in jQuery. It's a little weird, but it is very appropriate for what we need for our code. So that's why having your own abstractions is a good thing. All right, so that's all working. Let's go ahead and check that in. Okay, that takes care of that little bit of abstraction. So now we've finished refactoring or factoring out our line segment test code. So now we should be able to modify our smoke test to assert that the line is present. Let's see what happens when we do that. We'll go into our Phantom.js test and we should be able to say, well, we've got our drawing area where we're doing mouse down, blah, 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 blah. That drawing area is also, I guess what we say is we say SVG canvas is equal to new paint.svg canvas, and we'll pass in the drawing area. And then let's just log SVG canvas dot line segments. Console gave us nothing. Let's try converting that. You know, I think, yeah, there's nothing there. And I think the reason for that is because inside of our SVG canvas, we are relying on the Raphael paper, and I think we have to have the same paper in each case. That's a bit of an issue. Yeah, I'm not sure what to do about that. So the issue here is that SVG canvas, to get the line segments, asks the Raphael paper for each element, and Raphael is presumably keeping that on an instance by instance basis, which is good, but we have no way of accessing that. What we really need to do is look into the DOM directly. So we kind of need to modify this to not look at paper.forEach, but instead to look at the DOM itself. And that's just a bit trickier than I really want to get into right now. Well, it's been kind of a long day and I'm not having any ideas. So what I think I'll do is I'll stop here, sleep on it, and next time in our next episode, we will take another look at this. So thanks very much for watching, everybody. Next time we are going to check that that line is present, and then we've already updated our build to make everything automatic. We've done a lot of refactoring. I think that next episode will bring us to the end. All right. Well, that's it for this one. Happy 100 episodes, everybody. And thanks very much for watching. I'll catch you next time.